Hi, as you can see, I'm out again. It's the date today, it's the 24th of November. I'm doing a moorland camp, so my plan for today is to head out in that direction past these reservoirs, and there was a spot where I, in a previous video that I did back in the summer, when I got caught in a severe thunderstorm, on the second day I spent a few hours just in this little, it's like a little hunting shooting shack. So that's sort of where I'm going to aim for today. It's about 12:30, so it gives me about 3 and a bit hours before the sun sets. So I do need to make a bit of a move on. And I brought you know, like my tarp with me just in case, and a few bits. I've got quite a big bag on me. It's the temperature today, I think it's supposed to drop down. I think tonight it's going to get to around about freezing, maybe about -1 up at this altitude. It's about 4 degrees at the moment, but there's quite a keen wind, so on the skin it feels like about freezing. It's not too bad. I've just got my fleece on at the moment because I don't want to sweat as much. But yeah, so the rest of this is just basically going to be walking over there. It's just going to be like a one-nighter, I think. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, might do like a bit of a Q&A. So I said that the end of my last video that I put out. I'm just trying to get a few more questions together, so if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, it could be about me, anything to do with bushcraft or like wild camping, just let us know and I'll try and answer them. Just put them in the comment box below, and yeah, so without standing around too much longer, it's losing my body temperature already, I'm going to head off that way. This is the view that I've got at the moment. Looks lovely. It's Stanage Edge. Sorry about the camera waving around, it's really windy. And hold on, I'm just gonna try and refocus so I can try and do this handheld for a minute. There we go. Yeah, it's incredibly windy. There's quite a wind chill, so on the skin it definitely feels like about -1, -2. I'm heading off in that direction. I don't know whether you can see on the far hill behind me that you can still see a bit of snow from what we had from last week, and that survived the rain that we had on Monday. So, oh man, that feels cold. So yeah. So I've got about an hour and a half left before the sun sets. I've got about a mile or so to go that way, and that's before I can determine whether or not the area that I'm heading to is going to be okay. I think it will be. It's very windy. I doubt anyone's going to be shooting today. Although obviously just off the other side of this cliff it's not going to be quite as windy. Just one little fact for you, Stanage Edge is the longest inland cliff in Britain. So there you go, nice little fact for you. But anyway, so I'm just going to have a quick drink of water because I'm quite thirsty. This cold weather really strips the moisture out of you. And I'm going to carry on heading that way now before my hands freeze. So I've made it to this spot where I was trying to get to. It's 3:38. The sun is due to set in 15 minutes. So So yeah, got here. I don't quite remember it being this, but the problem I've got is just behind this bench here, there's a great big puddle and it runs all the way up the back. Apart from right at the very top corner where it still looks as damp as hell. So I've got two options. Do I stay here like I intended to? Or do I make my way back to that pine woodland and try and eke it out up there, get some spruce boughs down, see what I can do. It's going to take me a good hour and a half to 2 hours to get back there, by which time it'll be pitch black. I can get there, but, and to be fair, I'll probably have a more comfortable night. So I can find some more level ground. I can put spruce boughs down to sort of like help insulate me. I've got the tarp that I can string up. I'm talking myself into it by the sounds of it, so I might end up doing that. It will be dark when I get there. That's the awkward thing. The temperature is about 4 degrees, so it's, you know, it's pretty cold. I don't think I'm going to have a comfortable night here. It's not quite as cosy as I thought. You know, there's a few holes in the roof. Although it's not actually forecast any rain, but still, out here, you know, they might still say it's not going to rain. Be out 20 minutes, it chucks it down. Might snow for all I know tonight. So I think that's what we might end up doing. This isn't really a cosy enough spot that I think that I can probably hack tonight. This bench isn't wide enough. It's too long to put that across that way. The ground's very uneven. It's alright to rest up for a bit or get out of the weather if you were stuck out here, but you know, the ground here is soaked, so anything that touches the ground here, it's just going to get wet through. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to hike back up this hill, try and get up there quite quick, get back onto the top, head over. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I have not sure how well this is in focus, but what I decided to do, I got to the pine wood and I thought, because I need another drink of water, because I'm still quite dehydrated. So I thought, you know what, the place where I did the last stealth camp wasn't that far away, so basically I've come there. I've just got here. So my bag's there. I did get a little bit of wood on my way. It was just, you know, it was still slightly light enough. It was only a tiny bit just to get me going. I'm going to be using the stove, and I brought what was left of the hobo stove, but my main priority now is to get my tarp up and get my sleep system down, and then get something to drink, something to eat. The stream behind me that was hardly flowing is overflowing, but it looks, when I walk past, it looks like it's running pretty clean, which is good. So getting some water as well, and then getting some food on. Now, before, when I was here, I put down a load of bracken. I'm going to be laying on top of that, but it's wet because we've had so much rain. So what I think I'll do is, I've got a survival blanket with me, one of them big silver, it's like silver on one side, gold on the other. I'll put that down underneath and then put my blow up blanket on top of that, and then my sleeping bag, and then that'll keep, one, it'll help insulate me against the ground, and two, it'll keep my stuff dry. So I'm just going to crack on now, and yeah. Right, set my tarp up, I've put that down, and I've got my mat underneath, so I'm pretty much good to go now. Just have to, I've got some water as well. Hold on. It's alright, there's somebody over there. Okay, so they've gone. So yeah, this is sort of like stealth camp too. I've got some water set up. I do need to get some fluids in me. It's about, last I checked it was about 5 degrees. I think it might have dropped to about 4 now. We are further down in terms of height. I think I'm around about 200 meters ish in terms of altitude, which is like 200 meters less than where I was up there. So yeah, next thing really is I'll wait a bit, because there does seem to be a few people. Just when I went to get some water, somebody else saw another light. I think they might have been running, so I might just give it a little bit and then cook something up. Oh. Yeah. Oh, cold, man. So like, definitely gonna, today's been a long day. Done a lot more miles than I certainly planned on doing. I mean, if push came to shove and I really wanted to, I've got a salami, I've got a bit of chocolate in my bag. I could just eat that, just have some water, but it'd be nice to have something hot, or at least warm. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in a bit. So that goes in there, and then I've got that. All them twigs that we collected. Sawyers out of the way. Around there. Oh, one bit up there. There's my spoon. Oh, yeah, it's been a long day. Oh, that's smelling nice. I'm definitely ready for this. Oh, it might be a bit warm that yet. This might have cooled down a bit. So it's like we've got a bit of, first mouthful's going to be a bit of grouse. Mmm. Delicious. A little bit on the chewy side, but hey ho. A bit of sausage. Sorry about the smoke. Spicy. So, been waiting for this for ages. So, alright, today didn't go quite as planned, but you know, hey ho, these things happen, you make the most of it. Yeah, I'll just say when I decided to change my location, I was coming back, and you might have seen in the last video, I now carry a slingshot with me all the time. I've been out and done quite a bit of practice. I've got pretty good at it, and on the way back I got it in my pocket, and there was a grouse just right on the path, or just off the path. I expected it to just fly off like all of them normally do. I got within, let's say, 10 yards, might be less, and it wasn't moving. I think it was because it was fairly light. So I thought, alright, I'll take a shot. Took one, missed, didn't move. I just missed. Took another shot, and I hit it clean, side of the head, and it killed it instantly, which is great because I don't want any animals to suffer. I'll do another video where I'll show you how to process or butcher, like a bird, like a grouse or a duck, or like pigeon will probably be. I mean, that was just happened to be right place, right time, and slingshot is sort of like the ideal tool for that sort of thing. So yeah, I didn't show sort of like butchering it because I sort of like just wanted to get on with it. It was getting late. It was pretty cold, so I literally took the breast out, took a bit of the leg meat out, and there's not much leg meat at all, but I got everything, pretty much everything I could, and I've just wanged it in this, boiled it up with this sausage and a bit of bacon and a cup of soup in here, and I'm just going to eat this now. Gonna get it eaten, get some calories in me, get a bit of water in me. Just what I need. It's pretty cold. It's got down to about 3 degrees. This is going to be my only fight for tonight, because once I've had this, I'm pretty much just going to get in the sleeping bag and get off to sleep, I think. The bacon I was going to have for breakfast, but I decided, because I'd walked a lot further, it was cold, I thought, you know what, I'm getting that, that I keep wanting to call them ptarmigan, very similar to ptarmigan, that grouse, I thought, ideal way of doing it, something like a stew. So, anyway, still been a good day. I've got to pick some having one of my favourite bush teas. Should be cool enough now, this. Oh yeah, that's really refreshing. pine needle tea. If you've never tried it, just go out and try it. Brilliant. Bit of pine needle. Normally you wouldn't boil the water because it destroys the vitamin C in it, but I just want it for the flavour for tonight, to be honest. So I wasn't too bothered. But yeah, so let me know what you think of this, because I think in the morning I'll pretty much just be packing up and just getting off out of here. I've got an early start, so I've got a meeting to go to tomorrow. I'm actually at work, and so I'll be getting up quite early, getting out of here, getting home, dumping the kit off. So yeah, it's good. It's always good to try and get out when I can. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get out in a couple of days' time, just after the weekend. I never go out the weekend because I always see my daughter and I work on Sundays anyway, so pardon me. So it's always midweek. So that's usually tends to be the days I work the least. So that's when I get out and do my bushcraft sort of survival videos. So anyway, just drop give us a like, drop a comment in there too. Like I said, ask me any questions that you want, and I'll try and do some. I might do like a couple of Q&A ones. If it's anything to do with my kit, where I go, why I got into bushcraft and survival stuff, or the outdoors in general. Yeah, just let me know.